Hey, yo, what is up? My folks, Shizzlers, it's your boy, Fizzle the Hizzle, aka Ben here. Bring you guys a week 8 team builder against the Hitmontop Os. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right, and Shiny Krabby. Coach Shiny Krabby. We got our work cut out for us, I'm not gonna lie. Bouncing back from our week 7 devastating loss against Jake, who just absolutely bodied me. Nothing I can do about that, but once again, we have pretty crazy draft to go up against here. I feel like we have a pretty bad matchup in this game because we have a really defensive draft. If you have seen my draft analysis video, probably in the playlist, it's really defensive, and I look at this team and all I see is offense. Uh, it's a terrifying team. It's terrifying. Um, so yeah, I believe we are now 4-3, if I'm correct. And actually, the Hitmontop Us are 3-4. So I just had to look there. My bad. So yeah, we got a pretty tough team ahead of us, but I'm gonna do my best as always. Let's talk about his team. He has Latias, Florges, however you pronounce it, Empoleon, Shaman, Electros, Ditto, Typhlosion, Mamoswine, Terrakion, Golbat, Omastar, and Buffy. This thing is not Mega Lopunny, this is Buffy, our DCDL Season 1 MVP, and the thing that carried me to the championship. So we're calling it Buffy. So if you ever hear the word Buffy throughout this video or the battle, we're talking about Mega Lopunny, but it's Buffy, okay? So this draft is terrifying. So many offensive threats, and it's really hard to find on my team a good answer to every single one of them. So it was a really tough time to build. Also, shout out to my new front office, my man Spoink, Chesben, and Versify. They're all homies. I appreciate it. My boys, CMR too, I guess, if you want to count them, CMR. Um, so yeah, some notes about his team. He has hazards in the form of Stealth Rocks with Empoleon, Terrakion, and Mamoswine. He has Toxic Spikes in Omastar, and he has removal in the form of Defog with Latias, Empoleon, Florges, whatever. And Golbat, there are no Rapid Spinners. He has Wish users in Latias and Florges, and Healing Wish with Latias, Shaman, and Buffy. Heal Bell or Aromatherapy in Florges, Shaman, and Buffy. So he has a lot of stuff. He has a lot of Stealth Rockers, potential Stealth Rockers. He has a lot of Defoggers removal, and he has pretty good Clerics. So he got all the basics down, and that's honestly a really good thing to have on a draft because if you don't have that, it's going to be a tough time to do things. So, anyways, let's get started on our team here. Um, so before I get into anything, our team is so weird. We had to go out of our way and make really weird sets just to like be prepared for everything on his team. You know, like his team is terrifying, and we're running some weird stuff. So first up, we have Buzzwole here. Joe, our Scarf Buzzwole. Drain Punch, Leech Life, Poison Jab, Ice Punch. This outspeeds literally everything that's not Scarfed, but I predict him to bring Scarf Typhlosion, so nothing we can do about that. Dual Stab hits literally the majority of his team super effectively, so like 3/4 of his team is weak to fighting and bug, so that's really good. Poison Jab is for the Florges, and Ice Punch is for the Golbat. Pretty simple stuff, right? Max attack, 212 speed with a Jolly Nature. This thing can put in lots of work. And speaking of putting in lots of work, we have the return of Raijin here. Our Thunderous T, Thunderbolt, U-Turn, Focus Blast, and Dark Pulse. This outspeeds Tarf. This outspeeds Scarf Typhlosion under every circumstance, and everything else uh, that's slower than Scarf Typhlosion. Thunderbolt just is really good damage, like I mention all the time. Thunderbolt coming off of 145 special attack. It's just great damage. U-turn is really good pivot to get into Buzzwole and other mons. So I think that's really clutch. Focus Blast is for Terrakion and Buffy, and maybe even Mamoswine in case he for some reason doesn't goes for an Ice Shard. I think I worded that properly. Oh my goodness. Dark Pulse is for the Latias, so I can prevent it from setting up Calm Minds in front of me, and we can break its sub. So yeah, max special attack, 248, timid nature. We're already starting off with a great team. This was a nightmare to build for, I'm not going to lie. Next up, after doing so well, not doing so well, because he barely got to show up last time, making his second debut, Mandrake here, the Vile Plume. Very similar set. Strength Sap, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, and Sleep Powder. This can basically 1v1 every special attacker, uh, especially Mega Lot Bunny, maybe Conkeldurr, and Mamoswine not so much. I think I'd get destroyed by an Icicle Crash from a Life Orb Max Attack Mamo anyway. But this thing can 1v1 most of his special attackers. Obviously, I can't do anything to Latias, so that's going to be a problem. Giga Drain and Sludge Bomb is just for good damage across the board. Sleep Powder because what else do I put on there? So I put Sleep Powder on there, but Smogon rules do apply, so only one Mon can be put to sleep, except Effect Spore. So if something hits me and it gets Effect Spored and it goes to sleep, then nothing I can do about that, right? Next up, we have Juvia here, our Suicune. Scald, Roar, Toxic, and Rest. This thing is crazy, man. Let me tell you. This is physically defensive to handle Mamoswine and Conkeldurr. Terrakion, pretty well. Can't take everything, but it can switch into a couple of hits. Scald to burn things, especially those physical attackers. Roar for Calm Mind Latias, which I think is definitely coming. Another special setup. Uh, yeah, Toxic is just for spreading status, and Rest is because I don't know what I'm doing. Rest, I didn't think of a fourth move, so I just put Rest on it. Calm Mind was not very good. Rest just made sense. What can I say? Except you're welcome. All right, enough of that. Next up, we got Jirachi, our fifth member on the team. Jirachu, okay, you are spelled properly. With Wish Protect, Iron Head, and U-Turn. Um, this is like the glue with our two Scarfers, right? This outspeeds max speed Mamoswine 100% of the time. Um, this also kind of works as an answer to Terrakion and Buffy, but it doesn't take hits too well at all. The investment is just there just because of bulkiness. This is mainly supposed to be a Wish Protect set to help out our two Scarfers in Raijin and Buzzwole, which can put in a lot of work, not gonna lie now. Um, and U-turn is to get the momentum from Wish and other things into the Scarfers like Raijin and Joe. So I feel like Jirachi can be pretty clutch in that regard. And next up, yes, you're looking at this correctly. We have Donphan here. Uh, Max attack, Adamant, 200 speed, Endeavor, Ice Shard, Earthquake, Stealth Rock with the Salak Berry. We don't talk about it. But basically what this is supposed to do is I probably lead this thing. I go to Sturdy because Lonely Nature lowers defense, 0 IVs and all defenses and HP. Um, yeah, this out under speeds Empoleon just in case he wants to lead and it goes for a Scald or something. A burn would suck, but whatever. Berry is when I go to my Sturdy, I get a speed boost, and it outspeeds the majority of his Mons. But my main play is to lead this or bring this in sometime without hazards up. I Endeavor, and then I Ice Shard. Literally, I couldn't think of a 6 Mon to bring, honestly. And Earthquake for stab damage. Stealth Rock for Stealth Rocks. Um, yeah, shout out to Spoink for thinking of this. I really didn't know what to bring. And yes, I know there's 56 EVs remaining, but I'm not going to put in special attack. You know, I'm putting in special attack just for the memes. Yeah, I don't want to put any more in HP or defense or in any defenses because I want to go to my Sturdy as fast as possible. So yeah, don't ask. This is a really tough matchup for me, man. I'm not gonna lie. I hope to do my best in the battle though. This is kind of a meme, or this Donphan is kind of a meme, but don't worry about that. I'm always gonna do my best in every battle that I do, so I can be a better battler and a better commentator and a recorder or YouTuber or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. If you're hyped for the battle, it goes up tomorrow, whenever that day is. Thank you so much for watching. It means a whole world to me. And like always, have a swell day. Peace.